drive so Kimmy stays alive. That's the motto. Would you like a sprinkle of land?
He's talking tiny home.
I'm staying in the car. I'm scared. It's a little out of budget, of course. Oh, let me get my hammer. Let me get my measuring tape.
Hammer goes back here.
Let me get my hammer.
Of all the cliffsides, I would say this one is the best, but I don't prefer any cliffside.
It's a real nice hood. Okay, so we're on our way to see hopefully 2 plots of land. It's right within the location that we want to be in, and hopefully we can see it. Again, like all the other land, we don't know if we're going to be able to access it. So hopefully,
step 1, hopefully be able to get to it.
Hopefully see the land. It seems a little irresponsible maybe to go by yourselves, but I feel like this is what we have to do, right?
Yeah. If nothing else, you get an idea of the drive, the surrounding areas, what it looks like. If it's so hard to find that you can't find it, maybe you're pretty far in the boonies. Do you like that? You know, I think all of that kind of matters, you know.
That's true. The drive matters.
It all matters. So the hope is that you get there and it's such a good location and spot that it has all the elements of the things you want, which include a drive to the spot.
Well, it also includes, can Kimmy drive there? Because we've been on some roads that would not be safe for me to drive.
Dirt road, I'm like, this is not the place.
We're a little scared of Kimmy driving on her own in the mountains, so we have to have this faux mountain drive so that I stay alive. Faux mountain drive so Kimmy stays alive. That's the motto. So as of now, we're learning that it says it's 20 minutes off the freeway. So 6 miles, 20 minutes, which means we're probably gonna hit some dangerous roads for Kimmy. That's my prediction. Is that fair?
Probably gonna get a little bit windy.
It's gotta be.
Bumpy.
It's gotta be a little windy if it takes 20 minutes to go 6 miles. However, it probably means there's gonna be a good view.
Yes.
So day 1 drive up to these, it doesn't look like we're gonna get too far into the property, but we did get to see the drive, which was nice. Up until the last mile, it was a little rocky, but it's beautiful up here. So Kirk is a little more bold than I am, so he's getting out and looking around, but I'm staying in the car. I'm scared.
Had to get out because there was an obstruction, but it looks like the property's up this road. It's real dark down in the canyon. You kind of drive in down there and it's dark and damp, but it opens up and gets extremely sunny and nice.
We can't go much farther because there's a lot of no trespassing signs. Not surprising, but it's where we're at. It's one of those beautiful drives up here where you look around and go, they probably know every car that drives up here and who doesn't belong.
Pretty much. It's very secluded. It's kind of dark and damp because you're under the canopy of the trees here, but if you go up that way, you can see that basically you go up 30 or 40 feet and everything gets shiny and starts to clear out. So that's really what the photos are that we want to come and check out. So we get to experience sort of the whole experience up to sort of this point, and then and the next step is...
I think we should check out the area. It says that the downtown's only about 11 minutes away, so I think we should take a drive and see what that looks like, and if there's shops and things where we can get hardware and groceries around here, it's too far away.
It feels very secluded on the drive and feels like you're kind of far. So now what we want to do is put that to scale in terms of where's the downtown,
Yeah.
and what does it look like, and those types of things. So
Where the nearest anything is. It is a great drive. It is one that I can do myself.
Yeah.
It doesn't get too hard or one way until the last mile. So everything up until the last mile is 2-lane roads. You have a lot of space, a lot of turnouts. That last mile though, there's a lot of blind curves and it's one way, but it's totally manageable because like we said, it's not populated. So good news all around.
yep.
Other than that, it's a little out of budget, of course.
Next step to downtown.
This one is cute.
Scooter. Which one would you pick if you had to pick one?
Just one?
Just one.
Well, this one's really cute, the suede.
You think it's gonna stay cute?
Yes, I think it's gonna stay cute. But I'll probably only want to carry this much, and I want you to carry the rest of the things. Because this one, look at how cute is that? Oh, let me get my hammer. Let me get my measuring tape.
The hammer goes back here.
Let me get my hammer. Let me get my measuring tape. So we're on the road again, and our first stop, I was so quick I didn't even get to take out the video camera because it was immediately off the freeway. Like no exit, no nothing. It was just plop right like on the freeway. So
Technically highway.
oh, sorry, technically highway. What's the difference between a highway and a freeway?
Well, an interstate has exit off ramps, and highways have high speeds and no exits, and you can have a light basically. But yeah, they're heavily trafficked like a freeway.
Okay, that's where we were. A highway. Kirk said no because I wouldn't be able to pull out of the driveway every day onto the highway without losing my life. But we are on our way to another piece that is listed and, you know, in our price range. Hopefully it's nice. I've liked everything except that one that we just stopped at.
And first and foremost, hopefully we find it. Although this one is not in the boonies so bad.
Yeah.
So, or at least we think.
We think a lot of things, so we'll see if we're right. Anything else, my darling?
No, just 65 miles one way to check it out.
That's right.
We need to look for this roof on this house, and basically there's a road that goes up that direction, and it looks like there's 2 water tanks right there. Back out, 'cause there ain't no turning around on this guy.
Another journey of where's that land? We made it to the road that it's listed on.
There's a fire hydrant, that's good.
Ooh, fire hydrant. That means we can get saved from fires. So far we haven't found any listing signs, so we'll keep looking. So we tried to be creative and go to the road above where the land was, but it's the most gated community ever. They have, like, what is that? It's not a toll booth, but like
They have a manned toll booth.
like a manned guest center, the
like going to
security track.
Disneyland.
Yeah, like you're
Check
going
it
into
out.
a theme park.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't enter the road, just like the regular street, unless you're with a realtor. I don't know. It's like we were going into a club or something, or a country club.
Yeah, it's like a gigantic private property.
Yeah, like the whole, it's like a gated county.
City. Yeah. It's like a little, more than a community. It's like a
gated, yeah, like can't enter our city gates. It's the difference between a land HOA and a house HOA. We want to know how much it costs to pay to have someone sit in the HOA booth. What do you think? You think the people up there pay for it?
Oh, for sure. That's part of the HOA fee. For sure.
What's this fee for? For people to guard the entrance to your community.
It's not even a community. It's
we don't
like
know what it is.
Region.
We don't know what it is because we weren't allowed in.
It's like going into a regional park.
I imagine the people there are very nice. That's where all the nice people live. Behind gated communities where they don't let outsiders in. I want to make a bid. I want to live amongst those people. The amount of times we've gone to a piece of land and not been able to find it or see it is like 95% of the time. Yet here we are, still driving around on our own with the hope of being able to see actual land. So I didn't think that it would even be a thing to see raw land. In my mind, there's all these mountains with nothing on them, and you just imagine that that's going to be the land that you're looking for, you know? Yeah, I was just under the impression that you find land on the internet, and then you drive to this, like, plot of land, you look at it, and that's the end of it. Then you call your realtor. But time after time, we drive to these areas, and it's invisible. It's like invisible land. I never imagined that you just wouldn't have any type of access to land. It's more like you just go on road trips and you wonder why all the open land that you can see is not for sale.
Yeah, that's more the takeaway.
Yeah.
You drive for hours and see nothing but open land, and then you go to the spot where the land is for sale and it's just nowhere to be found.
It doesn't even exist.
It's just a paradox.
Yeah. Here we are again, surrounded by rolling empty hills and an invisible plot.
Gated off.
From regular people. That's the land, or that's the roof house?
No, it's showing that retaining wall that's the land. This is the retaining wall right here. Remember I was going to drive towards it?
Oh, and it says private property?
Yeah, see the retaining wall? The 2-layer retaining wall? It's that land, it looks like. I'm going back to that retaining wall. See, Kimmy gets scared of the private property signs, and I'm like, look, I didn't drive 70 miles to stop at some sign because it says private property.
But it's private.
It's for sale.
They need to have a for sale sign then. Why aren't you scared of them? I'm scared.
Pretty certain that that's it.
That looked like what was in the picture?
Yep. Yeah, that's cliffside if there ever was one.
Yep, that's a cliff. I wonder if it flattens out. Jeez, Kirk. So we found this plot that looks somewhat reminiscent of the photos that we looked at. We still didn't see any for sale signs, so we don't know exactly if it's it, but it looks like it. Just slide down, like. Don't run because it's a double hill. Woo, that's another cliff. Well, if this is it, it's really pretty.
It's very pretty. I bet if you get up to the top there, you see all of that.
So we made it somewhere. I'm out of breath from having to get up here, but it seems like it would have a nice view if this is it. It's green, the sun hits it, has a really nice breeze.
Yeah, need that fresh air for the hike.
Yeah, but we will have to get a little more info, like, one, is this the land? Two, what part of it is ours? It's supposed to be 3 acres, but we don't know which part of it that is. But as far as location goes, it's literally a couple minutes to the nearest grocery store and life. There's other houses, so there's neighbors. But yeah, I like that it's secluded, but for sure not. You still have life around you, but you also have nature and birds.
It's nice.
Maybe your own hillside. Okay, let's get out of here. What did they do?
There's a lot of stuff there.
Someone has done a lot of work to this part, so I have my doubts on that this is what's for sale. There was a lot of money put into these retaining walls and drainage, and too good to be true. Well, we didn't plan to see this many pieces of land today. Well, see this many pieces of land today, but once we got on the road, we just kept going, so we just are checking out another listing that is about 10 minutes from the last one that we saw. So I think we just really like this area and hoping something works out over here. This one's only a half an acre, but I'll look at anything if we could actually see it. That's how I feel about it right now. That's a half an acre? Are we sure?
Assuming, but
that can't be the half an acre.
well, if it goes down.
Would you like a sprinkle of land?
I'm just talking tiny home.
And that's it. Hold on. I'm gonna need some real good footage of this. Found it. This isn't what the listing looks like.
Well, what does the listing look like? So it's further up. So it's got to be this way.
Thank goodness.
And it's on the right side.
Okay.
We made it.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing with
That was not it.
no realty sign. I don't know if that's a good sign, if they took it down because they don't want it bought.
So that's the realtor sign. So I imagine it goes down there, and you would flatten this out. Or as some would say, grade.
If this isn't here,
You got a nice little view. You prefer this cliffside?
Of all the cliff sides, I would say this one's the best, but I don't prefer any cliff sides.
So we made it to probably the only land we're going to see in person today. And although we can't tell how big a half an acre is, the neighborhood in this area is so nice. It's so nice.
Definitely nice.
A little over budget. A smidge over budget, and a lot of work would have to get done so that we'd have a plot to build on, something flat. So that's something we would have to look into, is how and how much that would cost to get it flat to build. And I don't think we could probably live in an RV over here. I don't think the neighbors would like that so much. It's a real nice hood.
It's not that kind of place.
It's not that kind of place. I love it. Again. So, it was a long day of driving, searching, hunting. We saw 4 today, and out of those ones we saw 1. The only potential one today is the 3 acre.
Yes, which is the one we went and targeted anyway.
So we've been doing this a while now, almost 8 months, and we've been everywhere along the outskirts of our Bay Area home. We've put miles north, east, south, not west because there's an ocean. We could have a houseboat. We could build ourselves a houseboat, but we're not looking to do that. So we've gone in every direction, and even since before we started documenting anything, and in almost 8 months, the only ones that are realistic for us to pursue the way we want to, 4, like 2, maybe 4 pieces of land where we could stay there in a mobile home while we build it. So many laws. Who knew there was so many laws? This is why people go to Texas. You could just throw an RV on your land out there or something, right? Is that why people are going? Maybe we need to go to Virginia. I don't know. I love California though. They just make it real hard to live here, build here. What?
Or stay on your own land.
Or stay on your own land. Yeah, we'll have to call the realtor again. A realtor, we don't have one yet, but we'll have to get someone to take us to these plots and give us a little more inside info. See if there's telephone poles or roads not up to code or building even allowed.
Any one of the infinite things.
Only for birds.
Yeah.
There's a newt that can only live here and you can't.
A special gopher that you can't cover up his holes.
You're not allowed to cut a tree so you can have a place. You have to build your house around the tree. They could literally say anything.
Could be anything.
They could literally say anything they want. This land is too beautiful for you to live on. Can't live here, but you can own it. Buy this beautiful plot of land. Just be creative. There's no building allowed, but maybe it could be your weekend artist escape. Like, who's buying a whole piece of land for doing an artist escape?
Great for hikes. Like,
great for hikes.
I can hike anywhere for free. Why am I going to pay $100 grand for a plot
Literally, a plot of land. That's like great for hikes. Like, well, then after your hike, you can't even go to your bathroom because you're not allowed to build a bathroom on the land. Boggles my mind. My favorite so far that I'm still trying to convince him to get is the strip of land that is on either side of a street. So it's like, oh, I think it's 40 feet on each side of the street for like a mile. So you have 40 feet on each side of the street. I was like, we could build an arch home that arches over the street. It said for creative buyers only, and I was like, challenge accepted. That might actually be it because it's in our budget. We could buy 2 sides of the street and each have our own side of the street. I don't need more than 40 feet. That's pretty big. So that was our day. Land, no land. Home.
Sleep.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And join us on Patreon.